Motrimis mama capre, motrimis mama capre.
Previously on
Let's get it on! This is the only unit that I'm really afraid of, and our own army is hiding really good. Even I can find them, and we don't want the Xenoscam to get any of the glory. Not a lot of tactics, not a lot of complex thinking. Just made the line to stop people from thinking about leaving the field of battle. So, considering this is the enemy ambushing and attacking us, I don't think it went according to plan. And we lost 90 men? What? That's a lot. Tum, tum, tum. Another Ervisci king bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one comes. Another one comes. Another one bites the dust. And what is this? Decimation? Oh. Decimation? What? And the body snatchers are back. The Orsi are back with the wrath of Armatus. This is a big boy stack. The Dardanoi, another big boy stack. Stolen food is like 25% of our nutritional needs. I guess all the metrosexuals are living in droves. With him, I don't know what to do. Let's throw caution to the wind and just go balls deep. Oh, they want peace. Well, I peace on your grave. Huh? Okay, this is actually a fight.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
And welcome to another exciting new episode of Let's Get It On. And in this episode we're gonna get hopefully the last of the Ervisci, the last king and the last everything. Since the enemy is coming and will come at us in waves, we will also do the same. Since our army is so in tatters, we have our usual formation here, and everything that we have in reserves is going into the front lines to tackle this. This is the more professional part of the Ervisci army. This is the most dangerous of the enemy unit, the king. These are some really nasty Peltas unit, at least pseudo Peltas. And these are just I think warriors or something. Or swordsmen even? I don't even know, let's see. Yes, swordsmen, of course. And we are trying to engulf them from every perceivable angle. The actual first front would be the Sikas and two of our youths, trying to weaken the enemy units until the major hitting force, these guys, our Folksmen, the Puturatensa and Cotis Chosen, will hit them. So far it's going more or less according to plan. We are using some cavalry to get between the gaps and hit at the enemy Celtic skirmishers, while we pelt the enemy king into oblivion. Here we are making really painful contact with the enemy using our phalanxes, while we are doing a nice switch. The enemy king is charging at us, but the Puturatense are coming to counter charge. The only thing that doesn't really go according to plan is, here this is a nice pincer movement, nice flanking by the Sikas. The only thing that doesn't go according to plan is this: the enemy cavalry who exist, and their sheer existence is a lot. This is Costico taking the blunt of their charge, because they're really annoying shock cavalry. They hit like a truck, and as you can see, we're basically sacrificing Costico in order to pelt them into submission, because we can't afford any of our own light cavalry to go chase them. So we need to pin them down now and get rid of them now, because if they remain active on the field of battle, they will be more than just an annoyance. And it's going well. At least the first skirmish. The battle of our reserves is going well. The enemy king, of course, is really annoying, but oh, poor guy. But you know, you can come with armor, but your armor won't help you much against crazy people who don't care if they live or die and fight with huge two-armed folks. And here the follower of Kotis are coming to help, and we are breaking contact with the Potulatense because, oddly enough, what scares us are the townsfolk. The townfolk are coming to aid their king, and behind them the rest of the army. So we are trying to break contact with everything. All of our reserves are going back to the reserves. Look at this, they are actually oh yeah, maybe retreating wasn't such a good idea because we are losing quite a few here and probably here. But if we would have stayed in the battle, we would have won this, but their archers, and they have quite a lot of archers, would have made short work. This is our king, who only has like really quite a few people in his king's guard, came to aid and really help save our Potulatense. And now he's going back to his battle advisor mode, staying behind the troops. Did he even lose anyone in this brave charge to save his most loyal combatants? Doesn't really look like it. Oh, he got pinned down here by some peasants, some really annoying Ervisci peasants. But looks like he is breaking contact. Now we are slowly engulfing the enemy and really trying to shoot. The problem is that they are yeah, look how much we are shooting at those, and they can barely feel it. They have armor and stuff and shields and whatnot. Now we are doing what we are always supposed to do, this kind of a switch, bringing the cell swords and moving our archers behind them. Here this is a light charge by our princelings, yeah. And this is the Xenoscam doing their best to pin down enemy units, and they are almost every battle they are surprising me how much they stay in fight, because they only have 30 morale, but they still manage to hang on. And this is really chaotic. This is a very jagged line that was made here, and we are actually charging with spears. They won't do much damage, but they will help debuff the enemy with our, and we countercharge here quite successfully with a unit of I think these are one of the youths, and these are X-Men trying to get into a position, little angle of the enemy lines. As you can see, this is quite chaotic. These are the followers of Kotis doing their best to mow down the enemy. This is everything other than an organized line. Oh, this is another charge by our king into the line. I think this is after he shouted to encourage the men. Really didn't do much damage, but it helped disrupt enemy lines. And here we have quite a big problem. This is one of the unit of spear that are trying to hold the line, and we helped them by charging with these are a unit of youths that already used all their peltas, and they don't have any more peltas now. They got charged by some more unit of spears, so they got flanked themselves, and they are not performing so well. On the other fronts we are doing quite well, but here we are really trying to do our best to save them. Our archers ran out of bows, and these are the slings who are still shooting, but our own archers, and look at here, this is I think our own archers that got shot back. We will actually do kind of a really desperate mission to try and save those youths. Because if we order them now to retreat, they will just get mowed down by everybody. As you can see, this is the charge by archers with their backup spears, and this is I think Kostico who came to help, or no, this is actually the king. Yeah, the king is not giving up on his youth. And on the rest of the fronts we are doing quite well. The problem is that the enemy is trickling trickling out. They only broke one at a time and not one giant army breaking. So we actually had to chase them down somehow and not allow any cohesive units to actually. This is the youth breaking. I think this is only the second time that we have one of our own units, not including the Xenoscam, that's your job, but one of our proper units actually totally break and they will run away off the field of battle. But as I was saying, we can't allow any cohesive unit to run away, because if they do run away, they're running away into the great city of a king that we would have seen if it wasn't raining and muddy. But if they actually do manage to get into the city, we will have to fight them inside a walled city, which is really bad for us. So this is we won. I don't know if it's clear enough, but now we're just running around quite a lot with everything, even a foot unit, not just cavalry, because really all of our cavalry is more or less gone. These are youths running around trying to catch anything. And just a chaotic retreat. These are, I think, our own archers, or no? These are actually people. Yeah, these are. Look, this is an army. Just if they manage to get into the city, this will be quite a disaster, because they have towers and stuff. Oh no, this is. Yeah, we have some kind of friendly units here that are chasing, but it's really hard to differentiate. Anyway, a lot of people were chasing, and here I think we have yeah, these are the Celtotration cell swords. We should get some really lovely animations here of them. Oh, what a lovely day! I'm killing in the rain. I'm killing in the rain. What a joyful day to be killing in the rain. And yeah, not your typical battle. We actually managed to do this, because I think if we would have just kept to our own normal tactics, we would have got swept away just by their sheer numbers. Because even their shittiest infantry have 300 men. Those townfolk, and just fighting them, you know, killing them one by one, that's tiresome. So even our elite units, let's call them that, like the Celtotration cell swords, they would just get tired, and by the time they have to face like more opposition, they will just get too tired, and the enemy will just engulf us. So we had to strike first, even if that meant a lot of casualties among our true elites, the Potulatense and the follower of Ctis, that got I guess the order to retreat really hurt us, but we just had to, because if we wouldn't have retreated, they would have just been really gunned down by enemy archer fire. And welcome to the best part of these videos, the showing of the numbers. And wow, we lost 753 men, which is a lot, almost a third of our army. Well, a bit less than a third, but still. But we killed all of the enemy army. They only have 300 men in total across all their units, so I am fairly sure maybe one unit got away. So this is a great success, especially that we were raiding and we really weren't ready at all for the enemy to actually sally out and attack us, because I didn't even realize we were in range. I don't know, I was really focusing on the other front with the Illyrians and totally only did this as an afterthought. So all in all, I'm happy. The MVP would have to be well, the follower of Ctis. I think they really killed a lot of. They managed to deal with this army almost single-handedly, and then they held our left flank almost single-handedly. But also, and I think, you know, they surpassed them. One of the units of the archers that came to the aid of those poor youths that got themselves into a pickle, and they managed to, first of all, they did a lot of damage just by shooting with arrows, and then they charged into the fray with the silly knives and small spears, and saved them. well, at least gave them enough gap to run away from the field of battle and not get wiped out completely. Costico was, I don't even know how to analyze his actions. He did sacrifice himself for the greater good, but he also didn't perform so good. I guess it's really hard to deal with those really annoying charges by those shock cavalry, because the initial impact really hits you. And other than that, look at those, the pack. The pack are becoming elite cavalry. Just another battle in which they have 533 kills, which is amazing. And I guess in the battle of the Sika versus the X-Men, yeah, there's no more comparison. The X-Men are just a battle, even though I don't really understand why they are so much better than Sikas, because I don't even use them as they're meant to be used. They're supposed to be charge infantry. They have like amazing bonuses to charge, but I rarely charge with them. I just use them as almost as passive shock infantry. That makes any sense, because that's how my tactical genius manifests itself. I don't know. And other than that, it's a close victory. You know what? Yes, I agree. This is a very close victory. Yeah, because I think if the youths would have broken earlier, it would have swept across our whole army. And if our king wouldn't have just instead of going and fight behind enemy lines, we kept him to just give orders behind our lines, and I only think we did two charges with him, and one of the charges was really silly, just to disrupt the enemy. Yeah, I think he helped us a lot, because he really has a lot of authority now, and he buffs units quite a bit. Even the Xenoscum didn't break, so that's something. Because he was basically behind them, like whipping them, like you fight for the name of Zalmoxis, and then your king, which is me, and I'm here, so fight, stuff like that. So all in all, good performance. So I guess, tum, another Ervisci king bites the dust. Tum, another one bites the dust, and another one comes, another one bites the dust. Hopefully the last.